Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back in Virtual Sailor once again, here with the beautiful Disney Dream. Again, sorry for my low tone of voice. Danielle's trying to sleep just down the hall, and I've got a little kitty cat sleeping right next to me. For those of you who don't know, kitty cat is our nickname for our baby that came into the world on July 3rd. I know I've said it a lot, but I need to be able to say it again because I'm a dad for the first time. But we are here on the beautiful Disney Dream. It is about, 7:45 in the morning? Yeah, just about 7:45. And we are getting ready to approach Castaway. Now, Castaway is our next stop here on our 5-night journey here with the Disney Dream. We'll be heading to Lighthouse Cay after this, or Lighthouse Point, Lighthouse Cay, however you'd like to call it. But it's going to be a beautiful day here. It is a little windy, so it could have a couple challenges getting ourselves docked, but overall a beautiful day aboard the Disney Dream. Plus, told you guys we'd get these out a little bit sooner, so hopefully I'll be able to keep that. One thing I wanted to look at here is... yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop down to the bridge, get our controls up. We can actually take it off autopilot for now. Okay, there you go. Oh, actually, we'll pop these off. Actually, no, we can leave that. That's fine, that's fine. Just the way it is. I'd like to look at the radar, please. Give me a little bit more range. Take a look at the map here. It's actually supposed to be bringing us right to that point. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick us a little bit to the right. You can actually see us kind of swaying here in the wind. It should be a beautiful day. I'm hoping to get alongside right after 8 o'clock for an 8:30 all ashore to be able to get everybody out there and having a beautiful, fun day here at Castaway. We'll be leaving Castaway this evening at, let me just double check that I've got this correct, at 3:30. Usually it'd go until like 4+, but unfortunately with the extra journey that we're going to have to make down to Lighthouse Cay, I want to make sure that we've got plenty of time with some storms that happen to be kind of around the area. So making sure that we're going to keep it safe and keep ourselves focused here. But it still gives them plenty of time to enjoy Castaway Cay. Or Castaway Cay. Which side are you on? Are you on Castaway Cay or are you on Castaway Cay? I used to be very, definitive of what side I was on, but, gonna be honest, I can't even remember what side I'm on. So, there's that. But yeah, it's been a beautiful journey here with the Disney Dream so far, and I'm excited to actually go to Lighthouse Point for the first time here on the channel. We've been here at Castaway a handful of times with the Wish, so it's actually really, really exciting to be able to head to somewhere new. And then we will be heading, with a day at sea, back to Fort Lauderdale. So overall, a great, fun journey. Let's see, what's going on in life? Besides baby. Baby is number one thing that's happening in life right now, obviously. Trying to get bits and bobs of the house together. Unfortunately, I've not had a lot of energy just from being a new dad. And, oh gosh, what else? I'm getting ready to start a new job here in 13 days, right? 13 days? About. And, nervous about that, but, I'm not nervous because, am I going to be able to do a good job? I know what I'm doing. I've actually been doing it for a handful of months anyway, at that location specifically. It's more of those, pre-game jitters of something before somebody who's been doing thousands of shows gets that jitter right before they go on stage. It's the same way that I'm feeling right now, of just wanting to make sure I do good and not magically overnight forget everything that I've ever done for the past 20 years professionally. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, but I'm excited. This Friday, which actually tomorrow, now that I think about it, we're going to try to go to the drive-ins, which will be the first time this year trying to get to the drive-ins. We're going to go and see Jurassic World, and we're going to go see Superman. That's the double feature. And I'm excited about this just because, one, these are movies that we wanted to see anyways, and with Kit Kat, we didn't really want to do the people sitting for us and stuff yet. So she gets to come. She's going to sleep in the car. We're going to have the bassinet in the car seat, whatever she's going to sleep better in, the diaper bag, a radio, and our snacks and our food, and we're going to try. we're going to try. If it gets too bad or XYZ, we will for sure get her out of there just for her own happiness and comfort. Isn't that right, Sweet Pea? She's sleeping right now, so my first officer sleeping on the job as we're coming into dock, one of the most important times to be paying attention. Let's see. I still got a little bit of ways to go. Man, this ship is beautiful. Now, I will say this again. I've said it a million times, but I will say it again. This ship, unfortunately, is not available. I know I sit here, I'm like, oh my god, it's beautiful. It is beautiful because I want to acknowledge that, and I want to acknowledge the craftsmanship that kind of comes from it. But the ship is not available, and I won't trade with you. Sorry. I won't send it to you. There's a lot of that that's happening right now in the community, and a lot of people are kind of losing faith in that community. Oh wow, it gets so quiet under the water. I know there's no wind under the water, but you figure there'd be something. But yeah, overall, like just a lot of fun to sail and things like that. I am debating on what vessel we're going to do next. If I can really start churning out these videos, I'm curious on what to do next. We've done Carnival, we've done MSC, we've done Royal Caribbean at this point. Now that I think about it, I don't think I added that before. I've thought about doing... actually, we haven't done MSC. We've done Norwegian. Maybe we'll do Alex's. Maybe we'll do Alex's World Europa. I'll have to see what the itineraries are like that. Because, again, we've just done Alaska, Hawaii, San Diego, so like Mexican Riviera, Bahamas, and Caribbean. Now, I'd love to be able to do a treasure one. I have reskinned a Wish model, which usually is a big no-no, but I don't think Alex has any interest in making a treasure, and I would 100% pay for it. So I did do a little bit of editing, which I know a lot of people can get upset about, and I'm all for. I'm a paying member of Alex's Boosty. I'd actually pay them to make that model. I still want to pay them, or Lucas to make a Disney Magic. So, again, I'm willing to pay for it. But yeah, we've got so many that I want to be able to do, got a handful of MSC ships, a bunch of Royal Caribbean, a bunch of Carnival, Costa, MSC, we've got Holland, Celebrity. Actually, we do have a couple Celebrity too. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do next. I got hundreds of video ideas. Plus, if we did a 4-night version, we could do a 5-night version, or a 7-night west and a 7-night east. Stuff like that. And I still might end up doing the treasure out here, just because that's the one that I actually play in my free time, because I really want to go on it. Or maybe even the Destiny when it comes out this December. But we'll see. I know it's been a lot of talking, a lot of build-up up to here. Castaway usually is a pretty simple approach. You'll notice I'm approaching it slightly at an angle, and that's because I'm attempting to go, I'm literally going into the waves to try to come over, and that the current will push us kind of in this direction. We're slightly protected here. If we were talking about like real life, you're protected by the sandbar. But, yeah, just want to make sure that we don't drift too much. And these guys are going to have a great time today. You'll also notice that I indeed finally put sound back in. I found a couple that I really liked. I did find an engine sound, but I guess it's layered in there. Again, it is an extremely windy day out here. What's the wind? Yeah, it's at 13 knots. So it is a windy morning, and this overcast should burn through, so people have a beautiful, hot day here at Castaway Cay. Yeah. I really want to do Disney Fantasy too, but I don't want to jump right from Disney to Disney to Disney, because then I'm going to burn it up so quick that I wouldn't have the chance to be able to do it again. What I'm thinking is when the Disney Fantasy comes back over, we might do that transatlantic after the dry dock. That's actually going to happen. And then we might do the Dream again next year when it goes over for the Europe season. I'm going to kill the engines. I'm going to slightly get us turned. Again, this one I'm pretty sure had a pretty quick decay rate. That's why I waited to be able to do that as we got closer. And now we can kind of just drift and coast and get ourselves a little bit closer for maneuverability. You can kind of see our route that we took last night as well. Straight shot up and over. I had to kill some time, so I kind of shot around, and then when I started recording for you guys, this was us over here, and then I was like, you know what, I want to be over a little more. So, and then you can see our turn there. Oh, I love that. Okay, let's see. Getting down to 7 knots. Let me... I don't want more than half. Let's come down to a third. Yeah. Trying to keep it comfy. Ooh, look at that rock. Man, I want to be on a cruise so bad. Right now, we are planning our next trip, or Kit Kat's first trip, is either going to be a 4 or 5 night on the Destiny, I can't remember which one, or a 7 night on the Treasure. Now, I'm leaning towards the Destiny, even though there's something about the Treasure that just tickles my brain. Just because less days with a brand new baby, we just don't really know what we're going to be in for. Let's see, that seems rather good there. I'm going to keep watching that speed because I want to be approaching slow, but I don't want to be too slow, you know what I mean? I don't want it to go completely crazy. And my first officer is still very much asleep, which I'm going to take as a win. Because I can make some videos for you guys. That's what we're going to try to do. If I'm able to kind of record every night, we can get back on track. The current's pushing the bow over. I can get back on track trying to get a video out here to you guys every single day. But it'll all depend on work too and how that's going to go. I found like a chip in my desk, my brand new desk. That's upsetting. I'm going to keep getting my hand on it. That's what I know. Let's see. Pulling up. We are going to spin around. Like the wind is there and the current's there, but it should be okay. Back up to 7 knots. Let's drop that down. Still looking nice, looking good. Got Mickey sitting here on the back. Thank you guys, by the way, for being here for my ramblings, you know. I know it's been like 14 minutes of me just chit-chatting with you guys, but I don't know. It's been nice. Fun fact, out of all the times that I've been to Castaway, whether it's on the Magic, the Wonder, the Dream, the Wish, I've never been on one of the cruises where it actually pulls in. So it'll pull in for a handful of reasons, whether it's current, weather, you know, stuff like that. I've never actually been on one. So it's kind of interesting just to be like, I'm practicing what I know. Like, it's so stupid. Let's see, let's pop up. Let's take a jog up front. Let's just see what it kind of looks like up here. Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. Okay, back to drifting. It's at 5.8. We can probably put a little bit in reverse there. Actually, no. I don't even need to. I'll just pop that off. The wind is picking up a little bit. We'll see. I have been here before where a ship has attempted to dock and it's had to pull out and try again, which was interesting. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, 4.3, that's fine. And still drifting down. Trying to also remember, so I remember like when the Flying Dutchman was here. I remember before the extension, we always thought they were going to build a water park over here. I remember the original scuba adventure that used to be there. I also remember I parasailed out here once. I've always snorkeled over here. Oh, that was weird. That just jumped. Interesting, now that I think about it. No, I didn't adjust it here. It was in my other game. Got it. We are almost down. Let's actually just... let's bring it to a full stop. I am going to rumble us. I would like 18. Thank you. I'm going to start by pushing the aft around, and then we'll follow quickly with the bow here in a second. Just being careful of that shallow that's there, that's all. Just wanted this to get a head start. Let's see. Can we actually kind of visualize it? With no landmark, it's actually a little bit harder to be able to see. But that's okay. We'll start getting you turned around. We'll keep you maybe. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to have to play with the throttle to kind of keep us here. I'm actually going to jump down to the concierge rooms. Has the better view. Again, unfortunately with the glass, reflection system that's there. I know there's a way that some people have figured out how to turn it off. I mean, I'm just happy enough to be sailing the ships. I'm not going to get picky when it comes to that kind of thing. We are rocking quite good here. What's the wave height, anyway? Oh, that's not bad. Just enough to give us a little rock, that's all. Alright, you're now seeming to float backwards ever so slightly, so let's get you back going forward. Okay. There we go. Still wanting to drift with that current, but that's okay. Let's just take a big picture look here. Yeah, so we'll swing around and in. I think I'm going to push a little bit more just to try to push through that current maybe a little bit. Yeah. Hold on a second. Who's licking? One of the dogs is licking their foot or something. You guys know that. If you got pets where all of a sudden it's nice and quiet in the house and somebody decides that they need to like lick their foot or lick other parts of their body and be the loudest that they've ever been. Alright, thrusters are going around. We are looking good. Just trying to keep that from getting too out of hand. Let's pop back to the bridge. Yeah, it's coming around nicely. Just gonna have to keep an eye on everything here. Let's take a little walk. I'm actually gonna take a little jog. I know I can walk, but let's jog. It's better for our health. I'm gonna pop out the window and see some beautiful fresh air. That's what I want to do. Oh, this would have been a good spot to set up the webcam. I've been doing it right in front of the bridge for time lapses. I should have out here. This would have been good. I might switch it up. I always try to give some sort of consistency, but meh. Who needs consistency? Anarchy is the way to go. Still getting ourselves turned here. Gonna bump you up to 22. Still watching that. I want to be dead zero. And let me actually see how I kind of look on here. Yeah, so By the time we get out of this, I'll have to scoot over a bit, but that's okay. How could you just creep? Stop creeping. Stop creeping. Got the head into the wind now. This is looking good. There's also something that I want to be able to bring that's on my treasure model that I just haven't had the chance to be able to sit down and put the time in, and that would be a ship-wide announcement, whether it's disembarkation, bunkering, you know, all that stuff. I have pre-recorded messages that I made that go with it, and it adds another layer of fun and realism to it all. So I wanted to do it for the dream before we started this series, but again, you eventually run out of time of the things that you want to do and want to be able to implement. So next sailing of the dream, we'll try to do that, but right now focusing on getting her anchored here. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. We're about halfway through the turn. I am going to turn you down to 12 to try to counteract the placement. Still going good with 24. Again, a little rock, because now what's going to happen is as we turn this whole side of the vessel here, the port side, brain, right? Yeah, that's the port side. Baby sleep. It's going to become like a big, huge sail for the wind. So we're just going to have to kind of keep an eye on it as it goes. Sorry, you'll hear me go quiet every once in a while just because I have to check on the baby. All right, she's doing good. She's right next to me, but I always want to check diaper, breathing, you know, all the things. All the things a parent should be checking. Man, that wind is really slowing us down. Usually we turn so much faster. Look at that bounce. Oh, man. I'm going to watch that. I don't even want to be moving forward. 0.2. Maybe that was a big shot. But again, beautiful sailing day. Beautiful day here for them. And at least it's going to be dry. Like, that's a biggie. I've been at Castaway when it's rained, at least in the morning before. It can really throw off your day in paradise. Any location. If you get there and it's going to rain all day, unless you're really chill with walking out in the rain, which you'll find out very quickly if you are, can just make it a miserable time. Oh boy, we are getting further from our turn here. Watching that speed. Going back a little bit, I'm not as worried about. Doing good. I'm actually going to take out the front thruster for now. Like, completely. I'm going to let this one keep going. Look at that rock. Oh, we're just right up against it now, so we are completely with it, and we're going to have to fight to get this in there, I think. Oh, kitty cat. Is this when we decide that we're almost ready to wake up? We're almost docked. I know I'm on your schedule, so you may see some cuts and some edits just so I can deal with her. Deal with her, I guess, is a strong word. Be with her, comfort her, change her. You know, the 6 million things that a dad will have to do. And this is my shift. My shift is until 1 a.m. Danielle and I are trying to, at least at night, take some sort of shift so that she can try to get some consecutive amount of sleep. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get her fed around. It's like 10:30 right now. I want to see if I can get her fed around 11:30. I think that's where I'd be able to get her. But again, it's going to be up to her, really, on when she wants to eat. We're at that age right now where when she says it's time to eat, it's time to eat. Which we're bottle feeding at night. At least I am, because obviously trying to let Danielle sleep. So, I am back from checking child. I left you guys in charge. How are we doing? I'm going to turn you over here. I'm going to turn you up a little bit. Not to 40. We're not going to get that crazy. But maybe like 28. It's a little too fast back right now. So there's that. I just want to start getting us pushed over here. Again, the wind is picking us up as a full sail, and it's a gusting 13. Like, it's a constant. It's just a constant 13 knot wind here. Again, if I can just get the aft pointed where I want it to be, I can just start backing into the space. But for right now, I'm just going to keep battling it and hoping for the best. I want to keep this half a knot's fine. If you go too much, the thrusters are going to be fighting everything else. So I'm just trying to find a happy medium here to get this vessel moving in the direction that I'd like it to go, which is here. I want it over here. I was hoping that I was going to be a little bit more in the turn. Again, I think this is supposed to be a turning circle. Right here. I have not really been able to figure that out in the sim itself. But trying our best here. Ooh, why are we going forward? Okay. We're going to keep playing that game. That's good. I got to stop looking at the map. Must look at the controls. Don't look at map, look at controls. Don't fold the map. There's a crease right between Wichita. Name that movie down in the comments if you made it this far and you're actually listening to me ramble. Would not be offended if you don't, though. That's the thing. People have always asked me, like, oh, you could do more views if you did this or this. Yeah, I've said it before, and yeah, don't get me wrong. I get sad if we lose, like, 3 subscribers in a day. Because I'm like, cool, what content am I not doing enough of? And numbers have never significantly dropped during big changes, whether it was when I broke my back and I had to stop for a little while, or work, or like right now with baby and house. But the brunt of this channel has always just been that I wanted to have fun, and if I was already going to play the games, I might as well put them out here and share them with you. And the ShipSim community I've really tried to dive into, because one, this is my jam. I've always wanted something like this. The fact that I'm piloting currently a virtual version of the Disney Dream is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing and dream come true. Yeah. It's one of those things that makes you think. All right, thrusters, you still giving me enough? No, you're probably going to have to get down to 1.5 or something, because you're being pushed. You can if you find a focus point, like whether it's the light or the rocks, you can just see what the ship is fighting. So we'll get you down to there and starting to rock back. Man, babies are such a mystery to me. Grew up an only child and everything, so it's really strange when I have one that I am taking care of now. And she's my responsibility, and I have to mold this little human into being a great little human. You know, I had one of those thoughts the other day. This is dark. Okay, so I'm going to share this. You know, you want to make a good little person. You want to make a nice little member of society, whether, you know, they say F society or anything like that. That's up to them to decide, but you want to try your best to kind of give them the tools to be successful as much as you can. But I kind of had that thought the other day. I was like, cool, you know, how could this go wrong? And there's a handful of things that could go wrong, but I'm like, even Hitler had, like, parents. So it's like, that's scary to think about. Like, you know, you could end up making a very famous person for the worst reason possible. Like, man, I'm really having to kick those thrusters in to try to get us over here. I didn't think it was going to fight us this hard, but, you know, you can see us rocking now. It's picking up a little bit. I'm gonna still attempt to reel her in here. I'm gonna shoot you up to 60 as well, which is like full thruster right now, just to get us in. You know, at this point we are going to miss our window for arrival, but we are fighting a little bit. And, you know, if we have to pull out and do a day at sea, that's what we'll do. But I really want to make a fair attempt here of attempting to get us docked alongside here. I mean, we're creeping very slowly. The aft's getting pushed again, regardless of what we're kind of doing in power-wise. So let's just see what we can kind of do. I'm going to get us a little bit further over. Again, I wish it was a little bit smoother in here. We might break the physics a little bit. Turn off some of the water. Yeah, I know. We're getting close to the time where we're going to want to wake up, huh? And that's okay. If I got to pause, we'll pause. Sorry, as I literally am talking to my baby while attempting to dock. Let's see. Alright, let's start our reverse in there. Let's just see what we can do with this. Why is the camera all funky? What? Stop. If you hold down and you scroll, sometimes it jumps to the side. Alright, let's see if we can get alongside here. At least enough to call it alongside. I'm going to take you down a little bit. Again, the bow will always move easier than the stern. Three knots is not exactly how I'd like to be getting in here, but that wind really is pushing us. Maybe I should have pulled in. We are too dedicated to this decision now, but that's kind of funny to think about. I had that whole conversation here at the beginning. Like, maybe I should pull in. Like, dang it. Oh, we live and we learn. All right, 2.8. I'll take that. That's slow enough to not cause damage, but desperately trying to beat the wind here. Because it is just pushing us. It'd be a good day for parasailing if they can get it up in the air. But we shouldn't be that late, you know, for our arrival time. We shouldn't be that bad, so that's what I'm going to do. For now, I'm going to turn off the thrusters. Because I don't want us to risk knocking in to the dock. And we're just going to keep on sliding in. If I do notice that we are going to be being pushed by the current, I will kick back on the thrusters. I get bits and bobs here and there just to keep us wrangled in, just not get anything crazy. Oh, that's a big breath, babe. Very nice. Underground, lose all audio possible. Yeah, we're getting there. We're taming the sea, quote unquote. This Poseidon comes up and makes me his bitch and ruins my approach completely. Because let's be honest, we all can see that happening. Alright. Aft is by the pier. Some pretty good... Hi, kitty cat. Pretty good clearance for the time being. I'm going to let her do her own little wiggle worm here. She starts to do a dance before she wakes up. She's curling, she coos. It's pretty cute. In my mind, I never thought babies were cute until mine came along. I want to make sure I'm very clear on that. It happens when it's yours, because you're like, oh my goodness, I made this little person. Hello. Like, alright, the current, since we are blocked by the pier, at least is not pushing us. We are still rocking, because it thinks that, you know, it's pushing us. But I'm quite happy with this approach so far. We're back down to 2 knots. I can make that work. And we're still going to be here on time. If we kind of pull in around 8:30, we'll be able to get the guests off at 8:45. And they'll have a great day here at Castaway before we head down to, again, another Disney private island. Quote-unquote Disney private island. A private pier. I have my own feelings on what Lookout Point is and how Disney did it and how I kind of feel like they cut corners. I mean, you don't have to develop it. It's already there. I get that part. Workers can already be there. But you're snoring a little bit. It's so cute. Not the biggest fan of it. I mean, I want to go because I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to live it. I want to get my own thoughts on it. But I love Castaway because there's nothing else around. Once you're here, it's just you and the people who are on the ship. And, of course, it's been a special place in my heart forever. So, God, I'm watching that water. Every once in a while. Yeah, right there. Like tsunamis over the beach. All right, we are getting a little bit closer to the end of our journey here. And then we'll be thrusting ourselves, that's some word choice. We'll be thrusting in dockside. And it'll be just in time, because I do believe my first mate, or first officer, sorry. I want to make sure that we're proper here for you, kitty cat. Looks like she is about to wake up and take her shift, as it were. Yeah, this has been a... I mean, I'm sure it's not going to look great in the time-lapse, because you're going to see it shift around, but if you guys watch the video, you see the struggle that I had to do for this. Oh my god, you're still rocking. Like a lot. Alright, let's start coming to a stop. 20. I don't need 22 with that. Just going to do that. And then I'm going to have to fight with speed. And just being ready. Oop. Nope, not yet. I knew I should have left it. It hits the invisible pier. Hate that. Come on, get away from there. There you go. Picture perfect, right? We'll stop the time lapse before that. I'm gonna drop my lines out. And again, I was in complete control too, and then because it thinks that there's something there, it just rocked the ship. That's disappointing. Alright. We are out. Engine is off. I'm going to set you this way. Can I move this one? Yeah, I got it. Good, good, good. There. And I'm going to also put you there. Again, with the wind, I'd be having as many ropes as I possibly can. And I can't change any from the rear. Well, let's let them know that we're here, shall we? Let's actually pop in. I want to... I wasn't even able to give a warning. I hit enter and it was already queued up to play the horn. Well, we are here, and welcome. Might as well at least welcome everybody here now that we're here, I guess. Oh, I don't just have an announcement on this one, do I? Oh, man, I am lacking. Well, either way, there you have it, everybody. We are docked alongside safe here at Castaway. All aboard time is going to be 3:15 this evening, and we hope that you're going to have a beautiful day here in Paradise before we head off to Paradise Part 2 tomorrow. I hope that you guys have a musical day, and we'll see you back on board the Disney Dream. And that's going to do it for this one, guys. If you enjoy what you saw, we do try to get a video out here on the channel as much as we possibly can, and we really do appreciate your continued support. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.